Woo! Today we're finally gonna do it. In Rainbows by Radiohead.
How come I end up where I started? How come I end up where I went wrong? Won't take my eyes off the ball again. You reel me out, then you cut the string.
Sounds like experimental music.
I won't take my eyes off the ball again. First you reel me out, and then you cut the string.
This is so weird. I love it. I like the mid as well.
Did your string come undone?
Ooh! We're like this, digital beats. With the drum. I think it's
That's for whatever.
I think it's pretty cool, right?
15 steps, then a sheer drop. How come I end up where I started? How come I end up where I went wrong? Won't take my eyes off the ball again. You reel me out, then you cut the string.
Already really good. So what is what beat is that? That's making the beat. Is it gonna transition to the other song? Apparently not. Whew! That was a ride, honestly. Okay, that was Body Snatchers. I really have no clue what to talk about that one because that was completely different from what the discography of Radiohead usually is. Perhaps the most like bold album I'd say before this one would probably be Kid A. And by the way, there are two albums that I have kind of skipped. I think there was Hail to the Thief and also Amnesiac, which is another album that I have no clue if you guys want me to really watch that, listen to it. So if you guys do, then tell me in the comments and also leave a like on this video if you want more Radiohead. Let's go read a little bit of the lyrics of 15 Steps to kind of understand what they're talking about. Okay, so I read the lyrics for 15 Step and honestly it's very interesting, it's very well done and I'll try to explain the best I can what my interpretations are and what the interpretation of the Genius website is. Apparently the song is talking about the end of a relationship or the end of something, maybe life, because it also relates a lot to death from what I have seen. You reel me out and then you cut the string. I think that means, you play this game with me, you kind of toy with me, and then in the end, you also cut me into pieces, even though I gave you everything. It's kind of like a bittersweet ending where make a lot of effort to make sure everything works out, but then in the end, the fisherman just cuts you off by the string. Did your string come undone? Now that's one that is very interesting, honestly, because there's a lot of theories apparently by the Genius website. And if you guys have one, then tell me in the comments, because I'm very interested to hear about that one, because I don't have it myself. I really don't know what it means. So Fats for Whatever, and then it's just a yay by like little children choir, probably meant to be taken as ironic or sarcasm. which I think it makes a lot of sense, honestly. I have like after I reacted to a lot of Radiohead, I did go into their lore, their interviews, their icebergs, their everything, and I've noticed that Tom's a little bit of a sour lemon. He's a little bit of a bittersweet British guy. You know, he has acid humor, he has acid kind of like taste, and it's very funny because there is one lyric, I think it's in Kid A, which is I woke up sucking on a lemon, I think. And I would say that's the perfect way to describe Tom. He's very ironic and sarcastic and uses a lot of these indirect attacks like passive aggressiveness in songs. And then there's an interlude with kids' voices in the background, which I think is very eerie and kind of like disturbingly anxious, and I really appreciate that. And apparently, anxiety is a theme that will come a long way throughout In Rainbows, so I'm looking forward to that. Very nice. Let's go to the next song, which is Body Snatchers.
I do not understand what it is. I don't know. Won't forget to know. I have no idea what I'm talking about. When the edges are sunrise, I have no idea what you are talking about.
That was a weird control jingle.
There's a light cut out for you, because the light's gone out for me. It was the 21st century. It was the 21st century. All the lights that are on our face, all the lights that are on our face, are for us to see, are for us to see. I'm alive. I see the color, I see the color, I see the color, I see the
Well, that was the end of Body Snatchers. That was really good, honestly. I like the intensity of it all. Sounded kind of like losing control. So I guess we might as well just check the lyrics to make sure we're correct about that. Okay, so Body Snatchers apparently is talking about somebody who really doesn't feel like themselves, I'd say. Feeling out of control, feeling like they're in the backseat of a car in their own life. So, and I would also say that it's kind of like a snarky little comment about how somebody can be alive without being alive, being themselves, being controlled by somebody else, and not really being human, but being more of a puppet or a robot, you know? You kill the sound, remove backbone, a pale imitation with the edges sawn off. So apparently it's talking about the literal compression of a sound, which is talking about right here on the Genius annotation. So maybe it's talking about how Tom got criticized for his music, for his past albums, perhaps. It's kind of like an out of body experience from the perspective of a fan who criticized his work. And, you know, it's saying like, you removed the backbone, you killed the sound, it's a pale imitation of what you guys used to be. I have no idea what you're talking about. Your mouth moves only with someone's hand up your arse. So it's clearly talking about like a puppet because puppet. I don't have a sock right here, but if I had like those hand puppets, you kind of have to stick your hand through their ass to be honest to really control them. So that's what they're talking about, and I don't know if it's supposed to be political. I feel like it maybe is. It's 2007. Maybe it has something to do with like the Bush administration. Maybe Tony Blair, somebody else, some kind of politician. It is the 21st century, so it's talking about how it's normalized to be like that. It's normalized to be a robot, to be a puppet, to be controlled. Walking flesh and bones of nothing except that. No values, no principles, no personality, just pretty much skin shown on the social media, people who are characters, people who don't really exist out there, and they kind of make up a personality to hide who they really are. So yeah, that's pretty much Body Snatcher is a really good song. Really like the intensity of it. And let's say the part of the where is it? You kill the sound, remove backbone with the edgy sound off. It's kind of true in the sense that literally the song is so distorted, the guitar is distorted, that it sounds so loud it's gonna burst my eardrums. And it's so good because of that, to be honest. Yeah, let's continue with the next one, which is Nude. That was backwards. Reminds me of it's kind of like lo-fi. Just as the bass.
Don't get any big ideas. They're not gonna happen. Now that you found it's gone. Now that you feel it, you don't. So don't get big ideas. They're not gonna happen. You go to hell for your dirty mind is thinking.
Okay. Well, that was Nude. That was really good, actually. That was honestly probably my favorite so far in the album. Maybe I'm going to get surprised by Weird Fishes, which I know is a very famous song. but it was very nice. I felt like sleeping straight up. Like I felt like just going through the entire album without even caring about recording. But we gotta find out what the song is talking about. So let's see. Okay, so Nude. I read a little bit of this, and honestly, it's probably my favorite lyrics so far, as well as the sound itself. So, verse one is don't get any big ideas, they're not gonna happen. So, pretty much is somebody who's going to, not going to let themselves be disappointed, not let themselves dream about something. Maybe it's about love, honestly, in my personal interpretation. Like, imagine you meet somebody and you really are starting to fall in love with them. You think of all these big ideas, you start to fantasize about like wedding day or like, I don't know, going on a date with them. Sometimes you don't want to go that far because you're gonna get disappointed if you get rejected. As well is the fact that maybe society puts you down for thinking too much, puts you down for having reason, for thinking about the right things that perhaps are not the most popular opinion, perhaps are not as common or as well known, but they are probably going to do better for society. And yet they're going to put you down for being different, pretty much. You're not supposed to stray away from the path. You paint yourself white. I feel like that's probably the thing is white is a very non-colorful color, I'd say it's probably talking about somebody who has to have no opinion, has to have no integrity, no principle, no real standout. Somebody who just follows and regurgitates everything that they really hear without really any second thought because it's the popular opinion, the thing that will get you laid, the thing that will get you friends, the thing that will get you popular. So therefore, you have to do it, otherwise you're going to be a loner. But there will be something missing, and Genius doesn't really help me out very much right here because there is no annotation. But my personal opinion is that it's talking about it yourself. That something missing is your own integrity, your own principle, your own thinking, your own opinion. What you think, even though it's different from what society thinks. That's what's really missing right here. You go to hell for what your dirty mind is thinking. I guess they just read my mind when I read the title Nude of the song because I was thinking like, what is this gonna be about? I wonder. I mean, maybe it's like it has a sexual connotation, of course, because the name of the song is Nude, but also the fact that you're thinking differently and you're kind of naked in front of the public. You have your own opinions expressed for everybody to see. You are kind of shamed for that. You're kind of shamed for having a different opinion. That's what I think the song is about, and I think it's a really cool message as well. So yeah, let's go to the next one, which is Weird Fishes slash Arpeggi, I guess. 3, 2, 1, play. I like the drums already.
In the deepest ocean, the bottom of the sea.
That reverb. like how dreamy this whole album is. Ooh, that was a great ending, honestly. Weird Fishes. That was a weird song. That was a weirdly cool song, honestly. It's kind of like a lullaby song in the sense that it's so soft and so very nice to hear. And it doesn't really make you anxious, it makes you more calm. And I really wonder what the fuck Weird Fishes is about because it sounds weird. So I guess we're gonna find out. Weird Fishes is indeed a very weird song. I think that this song is mostly about like somebody who is very low, very depressed, very at the bottom of the ocean and is looking at the light, aka hope, maybe love. Somebody who can get him out of his depression, somebody who can lift him up the water and perhaps get him out of the water, make him escape his way out, you know? Or he could sink even further. So it's a very double-edged sword right there. I'd say this is more of a concept album, by the way. It doesn't really follow like a chronological order, but there's a little bit of a story and kind of melts together very well the lyrics and the sound itself. Turn me into phantoms, way out. I follow to the edge, way out of the earth and fall off. So, like I said, there's a little bit of a concept of a cycle, not a psycho like psycho killer, but a psycho as in not a square, a circle, you know? This person wants to risk everything to fall in love and to make it work, but in the end, it also happens that the relationship fails and they're back to the bottom of the ocean. So it's kind of a very sad song, but it's also very realistic and true, and probably like very personal to Tom. I wonder what happened, if you guys have any insight on that, like his personal life, what happened? Maybe he had a falling out with somebody, maybe he had a girlfriend he broke up with, or a wife he separated. I'm not really sure. This is my chance. I think he means that he wants to be the one who leaves first. He wants to be the one who doesn't get broken up with. Broken up with? Yeah. Broken up with. He wants to be the one who breaks up with first. If you know what I mean. Like, he doesn't want to be the victim. He wants to be the perpetrator. the person who will break his heart instead of his heart being broken. I feel like that's the idea of, and this is my chance, the lyric right there. So it's pretty much somebody who is repeating the cycle. He's at the bottom of the ocean, he sees the light, he goes up, then he gets like, I don't know, swarmed by a bunch of sharks and thrown back to the bottom of the ocean. Really enjoyed that one. Let's go to the next one, which is All I Need, which I know is very famous as well. So yeah, another thing that I wanted to say is that I know that there's a live from the basement, something like that, sessions that I did want to check out. Not really sure if you guys are interested, but if so, leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below if I should do that. Because I've heard some people talking about it, but I'm not sure what it is, if it's live, if it's just studio sessions. I don't know. But we're gonna find out. So let's see All I Need.
I'm the next step, waiting in the wings.
Damn! Okay, that was really good. But yeah, we're going to take a look at the lyrics for All I Need. From like my first impressions, I'd say that it's more like a love song or something like that. Yeah, I also really like the sound itself. It's very dreamy. The whole album, I feel like, is very dreamy, but this one is probably takes it to the next level. Is it better than Nude or Weird Fishes? I wouldn't say so. My favorite so far, by the way, is probably Nude. Nude is still in my head right here. And I'll probably listen to it quite a lot after this reaction. Let's check out All I Need. All I need is all I need. I'm the next act waiting in the wings. So apparently that's a reference to like it's a theater metaphor when you're hidden behind the curtains and you're waiting in line for the next scene, the next act, and perhaps it's saying like I am hidden in the shadows. I'm waiting for you. I want to be part of your life. So in general, I think this is like a love song. I am all the days that you choose to ignore. By the way, this really sounds close to the lyrics of Creep. And the whole theme of the song, I'd say, is very close to the themes of Creep. So it's pretty much somebody who feels alienated, feels isolated, feels like they don't get enough attention by the crush or the girl which he's in love with. So he wants to grab that attention. He wants to be in the middle of the stage and everything else. I'm in the middle of your picture, lying in the reeds. Somebody who is hidden in the shadows, hidden in the reeds, in the middle of the picture. Like imagine you're taking a selfie. There's a guy right behind you. That's him. That's what I think when I read that verse right there. I am a moth who just wants to share your light. So, moths usually go towards the light, and just like the fish, in the last song, he wants to go there towards the light, but the light usually kills moths. So, at the same time that he thinks he's doing the right thing by going out of the shadows into the light, he's also killing himself slowly. It's kind of like the sentence, flying too close to the sun, you know? It's all wrong, it's all wrong, it's all wrong, it's all right, it's all right, it's all right, it's all wrong, it's all right, it's all right, it's all right. So pretty much somebody who is confused and doesn't really know what to do with this like obsession. Should he accept the fact that he's in love or obsessed with her? Or should he just reject that idea, reject himself? He knows that it's bad, but he doesn't want to stop doing it. That's why in the end he says it's alright, like, and it will be okay. It won't be okay. Just like in Creek, let's be honest. That was, I don't know if that was side one of In Rainbows. I do know that they have two discs for some reason. I do want to check out the second disc. But that was track 5, All I Need. And I'm going to finish right here. If you guys really enjoyed this one, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. Another song by Radiohead. And if you guys want the next part, which is part 2, the last one of this one, then I don't know, scream and shout in the comments. And I guess I'll get to work as fast as possible. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Bye bye.